Well, this week's cloud gaming news will definitely have a theme, as the year's hottest AAA titles are now making their way into our living rooms, and games are just launching left and right on a weekly basis to a variety of cloud gaming services. With that said, some services are still making some moves. xCloud is looking to possibly launch virtual reality down the road. Geforce now has 4K AI upscaling through the Nvidia Shield, as well as a bunch of release games to talk about, and that includes free games that you can use with Geforce Now, and Stadia has a solid week announcing a whopping 6 Pro games. PlayStation is also bringing more of their titles to the PC, and we're going to talk about what that means in regards to cloud gaming. So we're going to dive into all of that in this video, so make sure you're subscribed for your weekly roundup of cloud gaming news as I drop this video every week, as well as hit that like button so we can find other cloud gamers out there. But let's go ahead and start this video with the news of Xbox updating a recent patent to showcase their plans for the xCloud service. Now, a few things stick out here. They're looking to run xCloud on PC, tablets, consoles, and phones via the cloud, as well as have their consoles cloud stream through tablets and phones and other devices. Now, we already knew that they were working on that PC support, and that is something that we all look forward to. But the biggest shocker of this, without a doubt, had to be the fact that there is a virtual reality headset, meaning they have plans to possibly incorporate their cloud service to extend to virtual reality running through what looks like to be their gaming consoles. Now, maybe something along the lines of using their new Xbox Series X, running VR through the cloud through that system. Now, this is pretty stunning news, and obviously it begs a lot of questions. How on earth could they get something like this running? At the moment, they feel pretty far away from pulling any real power and potential of their cloud service because it's so basic currently. But of course, this could be a roadmap for their future and future plans down the road. Another question that I'd have to ask is, are they only going to run this through the Xbox systems? As we can see from this display, it looks to only run through their consoles, which could be a selling point when it feels as though they aren't really trying to sell Xboxes this generation as they have in the past. So this could be just another way to really push their consoles. Another question I have is, would this be a dedicated cloud console, possibly running everything through the cloud, including this VR headset? This really, to me, ends up really being interesting news. I'm going to have a link down below to the source of where I found this if you guys are interested in checking it out yourself. But VR running through the cloud is not a foreign subject, as Shadow can do it, and Stadia has never ruled out the possibility. We'll keep a close eye on this in the coming months and years ahead, and I'm actually pretty excited for the possibilities of what this could look like. Alright, moving on to the Geforce Now news. They had yet another excellent week, not just with the typical games releasing, but also getting a big update to the Nvidia Shield TV. People have been wondering for a while, when are they finally going to bring 4K streaming to the party? And we finally have our first glimpse of it with the Nvidia Shield TV upscaling your Geforce Now gaming to 4K 60 FPS. According to the Nvidia website, it claims here the AI model can take your low-resolution video and produce incredible sharpness and enhanced details no traditional scaler can create. It also says you can take even 360 and upscale it to 1440p content as well, so your gaming is about to be that much more improved if you do own a Shield TV and you use Geforce Now. As for the games that have released this week, like always, I highlight which games that you can play for free with the Geforce Now service, and that includes 2 games. You can claim Hitman and Shadowrun Collection on Epic and play it on Geforce Now with the free tier, or just simply play it with your Founders Edition tier. I'm going to have a link for both of those down below so you guys can claim those games and play it on Geforce Now. As for the rest of the titles that have launched, we have Control Ultimate Edition from Steam. Excellent title, and it's one that I highly recommend. Surgeon Simulator 2 on Epic, a game that just recently released. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Blasphemous, Rayman Origins, and it looks like they added a few more from Epic with Windbound and Struggling, and they were added after the fact. So it's been another excellent weekend roundup for Geforce Now, and honestly, at this point, I absolutely recommend the service just because how dirt cheap it is and how you can even play it for free. It's pretty crazy, especially since you can claim those epic games and just launch all of this completely free. Like I just said, it's just nuts. I'm gonna have links down below so you guys can go ahead and claim those games and hop on the service. Now, Stadia, with a not so quiet week this week, drops the hammer with 6 games coming to the pro lineup, and correct me if I'm wrong, that is the most ever for a single month, and there's some good stuff here to highlight. We have 6 games here with Hitman 2016, Metro Last Light Redux, Gun Sports, Ember, Hello Neighbor, and last but certainly not least, we have Super Bomberman R, featuring the 64-player online battle royale that is currently exclusive to the Stadia platform. There was also word that Marvel Avengers will be hitting the platform early on September 1st on Stadia if you buy the upgraded versions. Otherwise, you will have to wait till the 4th if you buy the base game. Either way, things are shaping up for the month of September and the rest of 2020 for Stadia to finally have a bevy of hot titles and extremely high quality AAA games that the fans have been asking for. And honestly, for a while, the biggest game to really last drop on Stadia was Doom Eternal, and that really seems like ages ago. I personally will be picking up most of my AAA games on Stadia in the coming months, so I'm excited to dive into all of them and not worry about downloads and just have that instant gaming. Kudos to Stadia. It's going to be an exciting month, so definitely dive into the service if you haven't already. Right, and the last piece of news that I wanted to touch on is an indirect piece of information that affects cloud gaming, and one that I was really happy to see, and that is that PlayStation plans on releasing more first-party titles to the PC, according to a 2020 corporate report. Now, with the recent release of Horizon Zero Dawn, maybe Sony has realized how much money they can make going this route. With that said, they mentioned they do not have any plans to release day-and-date PlayStation first-party titles with PC and the PlayStations at the same time. But either way, this is good news, especially for those who game on other cloud services, playing Horizon Zero Dawn on Shadow or another service like Maximum Settings. This is definitely a boon for us cloud gamers, and I was happy to see this, as most of us don't mind being patient and waiting for those titles to release eventually. Still though, there's no word if PlayStation plans on possibly releasing these first-party titles to PlayStation Now, and that's something that I continue to hope to see as a viable way to play some of the newest games coming in the months ahead right away on the cloud on the PlayStation platform. Like always, I'll keep you guys updated. With all that said, what is your guys' thoughts on xCloud possibly running VR in the future? What do you guys think about Geforce Now news, as well as the Stadia Pro games that have launched this month? Let me know if you guys have any comments about any of the news today, as I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe to the channel for your weekly roundup of all cloud gaming news. And as always, I'm Sunny, and I'll see you guys in the cloud.